good afternoon, and good evening, listeners, from wherever you're listening to this channel across the world. Welcome to Afris Concept TV, and thank you for tuning into this channel. The news headline: Is he regretting? Barely weeks after inauguration, Shettima makes shocking comments, reveals what's causing imbalance in Tinubu's government. The news details. Barely weeks after coming into power, the Nigeria Vice President Kazim Shettima has revealed the imbalance in President Bola Tinubu's administration. Recall that Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Kazim Shettima came into power on May 29th after they were sworn in by the former President Muhammad Buhari. Recently, the Vice President Kazim Shettima has spoken on the Muslim ticket, which is currently governing Nigeria. Shettima, who maintained that the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu isn't balanced yet, said for the sake of justice, the Senate president should be a Christian. And according to the number two citizen, Shettima said he's ready to kneel and beg the lawmakers to give Senator Godswill Akpabio, who is a Christian from South South, the opportunity to rule the 10th Assembly. In a statement, Shettima said, "I am ready to kneel down and beg my colleagues for the sake of the nation. This is for the survival of the nation." Here we have the Muslim president and the Muslim vice president in a multi-ethnic, multi-religious polity like ours. Number one and two, all of the same faith for God's sake. Under the current dispensation, the worst, the most incompetent Southern Christian is better than the most puritanical Northern Muslims for the presidency of the Senate, he said. Shettima added, equity, justice, and fairness demands that the number three citizen of the country should be a Christian. What binds us together supersedes whatever divides us. But most importantly, we should make deliberate efforts to take inclusivity in governance. This is a young nation where every community would like to have fair representation on the dinner table of their kinsmen. Politics is about perception. Politics is about optics. I want to appeal to you. I want to appeal to your conscience. The stability and inclusivity and togetherness of the nation supersedes the depth of our pockets, stability of our pockets. We are talking about the sustainability of the nation. The nation is in a crossroad. Remember that Tinubu and Shettima were inaugurated as the president and vice president of Nigeria, and they ran on a Muslim ticket. So, due to this, Kazim Shettima actually begged he begged that there should be a balance because the presidency and the vice presidency is not balanced yet. And for the sake of justice, that the Senate president should be a Christian because the number one citizen and the number two citizen are of the same faith. And Nigeria is of different religion. So to make things balanced, the number three citizen of the country should be a Christian because Shettima begged. He said that he's ready to kneel and beg the lawmakers. He was actually telling the lawmakers that they should please give Senator Godswill Akpabio, because he's a Christian and he's from the South South, the opportunity to rule the 10th Assembly. He told them that he's ready to beg and kneel them. He's ready to beg his colleagues that they should please, for the sake of the nation, because if a Muslim is being appointed again as Senate president, there's going to be a problem in the country. because the number one citizen, the president, is a Muslim. The number two citizen, the vice president, is a Muslim. So if the Senate again is appointed, if a Muslim is appointed, there's going to be an issue. And people will look, they will not look at the good things Tinubu has done again in the few days he was inaugurated. This will erase every of the good things that the administration has done, and it will create problem in the state. That under this current dispensation, the worst, most incompetent Southern Christian is actually better now than the most competent Northern Muslim for the presidency of the Senate. So it begs that for equity and justice and fairness, that the Christian should be made the Senate president, and that what binds us together super as a nation actually supersede what divides us, and that the nation is a young country where every community would like to have fair representation on the dinner table of their kinsmen. So he said that if it's for him to kneel down, that was what Shettima was actually saying. So the Tinubu Shettima administration has seemed to have been making progress, and actually, they are giving us hope that Nigeria is going to be a better place, because Nigerians actually thought that if they emerge as the president, they are going to constitute problem in the country. But since the inauguration, it seems things have been going smoothly, and things the policies they've been making has been in favor of Nigerians, because Shetima is a Muslim. For him to be begging that a Christian should be made the Senate president, that's because he knows the consequence and because he wants something better for Nigeria. If he does not want better for Nigeria and he just wants to be self-centered, he's not going to say he's going to kneel and beg the lawmakers to make Akpabio, which is a Christian and from the South, the Senate president. If he was to be self-centered and not concerned about Nigerians, he's not even going to be concerned even if he's a Muslim or not. But no, Shetima is actually concerned because he knew that that Muslim tickets, eh, if they were not careful, they would have not even emerged the president. But they actually emerged the president, and for there to be peace in the country, the third citizen of the nation must be a Christian. So, what's your view about this Shetima opinion about the number three candidate, the number three person in Nigeria? Do you think he's right about this? And do you think the Shettima and Tinubu administration is actually making progress and doing far better than what we imagined? Kindly share your view in the comment section, and don't forget to like and share. And also click on the subscribe button to subscribe and the bell for more updates. Thank you for listening to the